This is my workbench, work area. It was a whole lot worse this morning than it is now. I had a lot of stuff under there. I had that amp right there under the mixer was over here and up under there, and I was looking for something else a couple of weeks ago, and I found it this morning when I started moving things around. But here's my bench. It's a mess, but I am working on not being a mess. So I'm gonna set you up and let you go. I ought to have a paper cutout of myself. Hi. So that I can so I can do things. So I can set it up and kind of set that up to see what I'm doing. You know, I think I'm going to do something different. I think I'm going to move you. I'm going to put you right here and allow the tripod handle to get everything. And then stop. Well, for some reason my phone just dropped out. I'm not completely satisfied with that. I'm not real sure why it does it. Every once in a while it does it. Oops, I think I got to do the follow me thing. There we go. That mode may be my problem. I'm not sure. I've not tried to experiment with that. On my bench here, I have a couple of projects. It doesn't look like it, but here's Velcro. Both, that's dirty. Both sides. The sticky part, the loop, and the hook. And what I want to do with that is cut it into small strips. Tiny strips, and put them on my eye drop bottles. I got 3 eye drop bottles that I take, and for some reason I can't remember if I take them or not. And it's another one of those things where I tried doing things a certain way, and they would work if I continued, but I don't continue. So what I've decided to do is take a little bit of Velcro and stick it to the bottle, and there's right in front of my chair in there is a cabinet, and put a strip down that, and then I can take the bottle and I can put them up there, and when I have used it, I'll flip it upside down, and then hopefully I can remember to do that. And I'm hoping it will work if I just remember to flip it upside down, and then when it's time to take them again, I just grab them and flip them back up first, and then do the eye drops, or I'll just have them down, and when I'm through I'll put them up and just go that route. I hadn't decided what I'm going to do yet, but anyway, the other thing I got is this Vox AC15 that a guy brought to me, and we can't figure out which model it is. It's an AC15. I've talked to Vox, and they're like, "What do you mean? It's a 5-stage, 5-amp preamp unit." And I said, "That's exactly what it is." And so I've stumped them. Now the guy I've stumped is a guy named Rob it's actually at Korg USA in Melville, New York, and he is a tech for Vox and Blackstar and whoever else amps are up there. I can't remember them all now. He's a great guy. He's excellent tech. He's been doing it for years and years and years. He actually was there for a while, and Korg had Marshall, and when Korg lost Marshall, they didn't have any jobs for Rob, so he went to Samson. And then I just heard through the grapevine a few years later that they were looking for somebody for a tech for that job again. And I'd kept up with Rob, and I called him and told him, and he goes, "Oh." Next thing I know, he's got a job at Korg again. Yay, because he's just that good. And what he does too, I'll give him things. I've stumped him twice. This is one of them, and the first one was a Marshall amp years ago, where we actually 3 times, but one of them we found out later on was a bad board that came from the factory bad, and we didn't know it. And so we that's true. And so what we did was sent an amp to Rob to look at that. It would come on, it would play at low volume or low strumming of the guitar. If you got down on it, it disappeared. It just shut. It didn't shut off. It just disappeared. And so I sent it to him, and he's like, "What the heck?" I said, "I don't have a clue." And we went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Finally, I got a hold of the customer to see if he could give us any insight. And he said, no, he's just playing one night, and it just did that. And so I got a hold of Rob, and we talked back and forth again. I mean, it stayed up there probably 2 weeks. And so when he was talking, I said, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I really don't. I said, the fuse was good. And he goes, I didn't check the fuse. I said, well, it comes on. I figured it wasn't the fuse. He says, I don't know if it's fused or not, but I'm going to pull that old one out and put another one in and see if it makes a difference. That was it. That was what was wrong. In the amp was a slow blow fuse, and it had windings, like 3 or 4 windings that weren't touching each other, that went from one side of the cap to the other. And when they had been playing the amp, it burned up several of those things, but it still had continuity between those 2 sides, causing it to come on. But when you got down and dirty, it didn't have enough amperage to keep it running, so it would go down. When you got off the guitar, it'd come back up. And that kind of stumped him and I both severely. And then we got this one, and he's never seen an AC-15 that had 5 preamps on this thing. And it's been weird since I had it, and now I got it. I got the tubes in. I needed to replace it, and I went to put the power tubes, EL84s, in it, and they wouldn't fit through the chassis. The chassis was too small. And I emailed Rob and told him what was going on. And he said there's a micro EL84 that you got to get your hands on, unless you want to grind out that hole. And I didn't want to go look for the tubes, sorry, but I pulled the board out and fixed it so the metal parts won't get on anything. And went to grinding the holes out and got them where the new tubes would go through it. And now what I'm here to do is to put that back together, get the tubes back in it, and see if we can get this booger running, get it out of the house. I'm so ready for that. So just enjoy yourself. I'll talk to you as I can, and we'll go from there. Keeping it real, folks. Keeping it real. What am I trying to do? Oh, yeah, I remember. Ow, ow, ow. All right. Find the screw. Oop, that's not them. I hadn't seen my whole bench in 3 years, I guess. Are you it? You know what? That's why I have my glasses, so I can see. That's not them. Got a bunch of pill bottles from Walmart that Renee never threw away, and they come in real handy. And that's the reason that it's just, there they are. So how do you do this? Well, let's see if we can line it up. They are teeny tiny, aren't they? They're huge now. The hole's huge on this one. All right. Got a tube to hold it up. How about that? My glasses won't let me see it. So we get the first step. Okay, now we're going to look at it. Okay. Fogs up, doesn't it? It fogs up. That's not it. Hello? Where'd you go? whole pack of shop rags and don't ever use them. And when I need them, can't find them. The glass is clear now. Maybe if I put a mask on, that I won't breathe on that. There we go. Fucking it up. I think that's it. I'm gonna have to get my wife to do this. Doggone it. Yeah, Richard ain't gonna be able to do that. I can't see it. I do have a microscope. What are you doing up there?